Good day, I am Queen Elastra and we are the Group 4. Our task is to discuss the Lesson 3 about recruiting job candidates. The recruiting process. After HR managers have determined our hiring needs through the forecasting process and after we have done job analysis, providing job descriptions and the specification, we begin the talent acquisition process. We will need to recruit the correct numbers and types of people to fill our job openings and then select from the recruit pool. So the actual first step in matching employees to job is recruiting. So first, let us define what is recruiting. So what is recruiting? Recruiting is the process of creating a reasonable pool of qualified candidates for a job opening. So a firm and or a company must select or recruit those employee or candidates that are qualified, have a knowledge and expertise of the said job. There are two approaches of recruiting. These are internal and external recruiting. In internal recruiting, from the word internal, the people involved in this recruitment are the current employees or those who are already in the organization. In internal recruiting sources, there are two common types of internal recruiting. First is promotional from within. Current employee may be able to apply for the job opening or for the position of what an organization is looking for. Second is the employer referral. An employee may be able to refer or recommend their relatives and friends for the position that the company is looking for.
This is Jessel Or, and my topic is about advantages and disadvantages of internal recruitment. Is it better to recruit internally? And what do you mean internally? Internally means it is inside the organization. Most companies see internal recruitment as a symbol of success. Why? Because it means that your business is nurturing your employees to be the best they can be. Internal recruitment is also a less expensive, and research shows that internal hires are more successful than external hires. And this is the advantage of internal recruitment. It reduces time to hire, shorten onboarding times, cost less, and strengthen employee engagement. It strengthens your employee engagement you since you hire the since your employee you hire your employee like that. And this is the disadvantage of internal recruitment. It creates resentment among employees and managers, leave a gap in your existing workforce. When we say leave a gap in your existing in work um pardon me leave a gap in your existing workforce. For example, when you promote someone to fill an upon to open a position, their old position becomes vacant. This means that a series to moves to move that a series of moves and promotion may ensue that could disrupt your business operation. Ultimately, you may need to turn to external recruitment in addition to your internal hire. And the last one is it limits your pool of applicants. While your company may have a lot of qualified candidates for specific position, this isn't necessarily true for everyone up for every open rule. For example, if a rule of fairly if a rule is fairly new to your business. Your employees will have other specialties and may not be able to fill this skills gap. Relying solely on internal hiring means you could miss the chance to hire people with new skills and ideas. And next is external recruitment. When you say external, it's outside the organization. You're recruiting outside the organization. External recruitment when companies recruit candidates who are not a part of the organization. It is called external, and that's what I say. It's outside. Uh, it's you're you're not familiar because she's from outside of the organization. And external recruitment is an extensive process wherein companies have to post the job descriptions on different job boards, create and engage with the talent pool, improve employee branding, and there's a lot of more like that. And this is the advantage of external external ad- external recruitment. Recruitment advantage of external recruitment. Recruitment gently increases the possibility of identifying and attracting fresh talent. When I say fresh, like fresh graduate, uh, uh, like that, fresh graduate, and this talent comes on board with new skills and business ideas that have the ability to take your business to the next level. We can't underestimate the new graduates because we don't know. Maybe they have a lot of ideas, experience that may help the business to level up. And next one is external recruiting sources. Uh, this this external recruitment sources is actually common in the business world. Uh, all I think most of business organization use this. People joining an organization, especially through recommendation. For example, uh, ma- I'm employee. I'm employee. I the manager of that organization is my friend, and we all know we know I we know each other very well, and he knows that how workaholic I am. So their organization is like hiring someone that qualified to this position and the that work very well like that. And she recommend me because she knows me very well that I work hard to accomplish what assignment assigned to me. So like that. Recommendation. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. So, allow me to continue the report regarding the staffing under the external recruiting. So, we all know from the past reporter that external recruiting are done to basically look for a person outside the job. No, so here we can say or we can read the report that companies commonly recruit people from other firms to satisfy their HR needs. External recruiting in the process of engaging individuals from the labor market outside the firm to apply for a job. So today we are discussing or individually discuss our option regarding the external recruiting. So first we have the walk-ins, the educational institutions. Third one is the employment agencies, then the advertising and the internet. First, we have the walk-in. So, what is this walk-in? So, kung Bisaya pa mo rin sila ang katong muadto sa usa ka company or sa usa ka venue kay mangita og trabaho. So, qualified candidates may come to an organization, called and ask for a job. Walk-ins may be good recruits for a couple of reasons. Firstly, they have already selected your organization as an employment target, and secondly, there are no advertising costs associated with walk-ins. However, candidates seeking professional and management level positions generally send a resume and cover letter asking for an interview. Second, now we will discuss the educational institutions. They are good places to recruit people who have little or no prior experience but have a good general skill set such as degree. My previous school, they have this event that they will conduct an on-site interview for the fresh graduates. Let me just rephrase it, for these graduating students. No, so when the semester ends or when they graduate, if they did a good job in the interview, they will be recruited. So the third one we will discussing is the employment agency. So under this, we have the temporary agency, the public agencies, and the private employment agencies. So first, the temporary agency. So they are useful for replacing employees who will be out for a short period of time or for supplementing the regular workforce during busy days. Next, the public agencies. So, moni sila, or they are the state employment services. So, they generally provide job candidates to employers at no cost or very low cost. So, like in Butuan, we have the peso page that whenever the Butuanans need a job, or they will just post it so they can access it easily. So, we have now the private employment agency. Usa ni sila. So, they are privately owned and charge a fee for their services. So, under this, we have the general employment agencies. Some of them charge job seekers for their service, and others charge the employer. They are generally used for lower level jobs that require experience. Next, we have the contingency agencies. They offer candidates to the employer and are paid when the job candidate is hired by the employer. Contingency agencies frequently work with a more skilled set of clients, such as high-level manufacturing skills or mid-level management experience. So the last one, retained search firms or executive recruiters. They are paid to search for a specific type of recruit for the organization and will be paid regardless of success in their recruiting efforts. So unlike the general employment agencies, where the job seekers need to pay the service and also the general or the other charge for the employer. So kaning retained search firms or executive recruiters, they will conduct the job interview, and regardless of the outcome, whether it is a success or not, the employers will be, or the recruiting efforts will be paid, and usually they are most commonly known as headhunters. So the second to the last, the advertising or the advertisement. So before people find jobs on newspapers, might others hear it on radio, and some will also seen it on television. So now since we are advancing in our technology, some people or some other companies build an apps so they can easily recruit individuals. So we have also websites and apps such as Indeed.com, Monster.com, and CareerBuild.com. Last one but not the least, so we have the internet. So in many cases, companies are discovering that they may not want to advertise every job opening on the internet because of its reach. So one of its reason because they don't know if that person might actually want the job or they just messing around. So now that we've discussed the external recruiting options, no? So what are those? The walk-ins, educational institutions, employment agencies, advertising, and the internet. So now let's move on to advantages and disadvantages of externals.